Welcome once more. You have heard so much about who Kpaid, the Sardauna of Sokoto, then known as Ahmadu Bello, and they have pinned it always on the Igbos, claiming it was Kaduna Nzogo. But today, you have seen a different dynamic to the whole thing. Listen to this video that I'm about to show you. You are going to see a different dynamics, and you are going to see the marginalization. The 3R they talked about: reconciliation, reintegration, and rehabilitation. They did not do any of this. They subjugated our people to various degrees of, oppression, which is unacceptable. Listen to this.
Exhibit 104 shows the list of casualties in the 1966 coup. That's my question.
I thought you were making a statement.
Yes?
Sorry, I didn't get the question.
Exhibit, what is it you have there?
Exhibit 104.
I put to you that it contains the list of casualties of the 1966 coup. Do you agree?
That's what Nigerian Outlook says.
Thank you. Please show him the magazine, the last exhibit. Show him. Exhibit what? Look at the top of that magazine. Can you read the heading?
Yes.
Please.
Northern Emirs killed. Sardauna, not Igbos.
Good. Have you ever seen that magazine before now?
No.
Thank you.
I can't remember seeing it. Diko Haruna versus IBB.
Thank you. Take it from him, please.
March 1993.
Thank you.
20 naira. The just and the fair, not.
Do you know Colonel? Witness, do you know Colonel Amuna?
Yes, I do.
He was number 19 in the Nigerian Army.
If you say so, yes.
He was the chief of staff on the 14th of January 1966.
I don't remember that. He was not.
Do you know, you read the transcript of the evidence he gave in Enugu?
Yes.
He said, as army staff, chief of staff, he ordered the arrest of the mutineers. Did you read that?
I read him say so, yes.
Good. That is true.
I don't know if it was true.
You did not ask him to come here to be confronted for distorting history.
It was not relevant.
Thank you. Show me the evidence. You know, you had all the exhibits too.
All the exhibits?
That were attended in Enugu. Did you ask for them?
No.
Good. In 1994, Colonel Amuna had a clean discharge by the Nigerian Army. Clean discharge.
What year?
1994. He applied.
Yes.
He was given a clean discharge.
Yes.
Good. He was not alleged to have done anything.
Yes.
That is exhibit 11. He is still not in the Nigerian Army.
Neither am I.
He was not formally retired.
If he was given a clean discharge, then he's discharged. That's formal enough. So I don't agree with you, sir.
Between 1967 and and 1994, when he was given a clean discharge, he was not allowed to be in the army.
You will ask him if he was not allowed.
That is because he's an Igbo man. Give another reason.
Where was he?
He was sitting in his house in Enugu, applying to be paid his salary, to be reintegrated.
Was he posted there?
He was not given any assignment.
Was he still on the MS list?
That is why he came in 1994 and said, look, what have I done? If I have anything, state it in Exhibit 11. And they said, we had nothing about you, nothing against you. I'm asking you now, is that fair? And I suggest, since you hesitate, it is because he's Igbo.
I am not hesitating. I was retired before 1979 because I'm Hausa Fulani, as they say.
You have not petitioned.
He was retired.
You have not
at the end of the war. My lord, let me correct you.
He was not retired.
If you say so,
he was not.
You know the facts, he knows the facts.
No,
he was not retired, he should have been posted.
Yes. He said he was not retired.
That's
he was
what
not
he
dismissed,
said.
that he ought to have been posted, and you agree?
If he was not retired, he ought to have been posted. But I put
that he was not posted is because he is Igbo.
May I give you my opinion?
Your reason why he was not posted?
Yes.
Do you know? Because you are speaking for federal government. You are speaking now for federal government.
I am speaking for my own knowledge. At the end of the Civil War 1970, all officers were inquired into at the end of the Civil War.
Haruna.
There were those who were absorbed, there were those who were retired. If he did not disclose these facts, it's up to him. But if he was not retired, he ought to have been posted. Why did he wait from 1970 to 1994 before he acted on asking a formal retirement? How many years?
Haruna.
It was a contract of service. There is a legal limit.
Since you are representing federal government.
I am not representing federal government.
Thank you.
I am in this box to speak for ACF.
Thank you. You are not here representing federal government.
I am not.
Thank you very much.
Now you've just listened to this. This tells you more about what our people pass through, what our people are passing through, and what our people will still pass through in the nearest future if we do not take drastic measures today. That is why most Biafrans are actively in support of a separate nation where we can govern ourselves with some semblance of, dignity, self-respect, self-worth, growth and trajectory and speed at which we want to grow. Not you are thinking of growth in a certain direction and people are dragging you back. It is not acceptable.
Listen, what for?
How many battalions did you have in the army then?
There were 5.
5. Who were the battalion commanders?
They had just been changed around.
At that night, 14th, did you see any commanders?
Who was 05th Battalion in Kano?
Yes. Ejo was in Enugu.
Ejo was not in Enugu. He was in transit to go to Enugu.
Good. Who was in Enugu?
I think Faji. My lord, you remember this more than 30 years ago. So
you are an old man. You see, if you are a small man,
let me recall. You must give me time to recall because
we have no time to wait.
Well, then you can forget it. The documents are there to say who was where. I was not military secretary. It was not my business to post army officers. It is a matter of general knowledge as at that time. And if I don't care to remember it, then you will give me time to remember it.
Did all the command, that is, the battalion commanders, were there at that party?
They couldn't be.
They couldn't be. Did you see Ejo at that party?
Who?
Ejo.
I didn't see him.
Good. You say by that time he had not moved to Enugu?
I know he had not moved to Enugu.
How do you know?
Because he had spoken to me as the Chief of Staff Army about where he was on that night of the coup. On social occasions.
When he spoke to you was after the coup?
Long time after.
Long time after the coup. Did you know where he was on the night of the 14th?
I know he was booked in Ikoyi Hotel.
So he was in Lagos. He was in Lagos.
You did your deduction as much as mine.
How do you know he was booked? Because you checked later.
I did not have to check.
How did you know he was booked?
Hearsay.
Oh.
If you want to accept, everything here is hearsay.
Okay.
He himself told me he was booked.
He was booked
and he changed his room And that was his alibi for not being killed on that night.
You saw him at the party, I put it to you.
You may say so. I said, I don't remember.
Good.
There were so many other people.
The next morning, he flew to Enugu. Do you know that?
He had told me that.
Fine. It was the plane that brought him to Enugu on the morning of the 15th that took Archbishop Macarius out of Enugu. Did he tell you that?
He might have.
He might have.
He might have.
Say it aloud. He might have.
He might have.
Thank you. Did he tell you why he had to arrive in Enugu on the morning of the 15th?
He told me he insisted he wanted to go and see the state of his battalion.
Good. When was this posting, which he delayed until after the party of the 14th, that he will come to Enugu on the morning of the 15th to make sure that he stays with his battalion on that morning of the 15th? When was the posting?
You would know that better than I.
I know, but you had given evidence.
Not.
You know.
I did not give evidence on posting of military officers.
Let me put it to you. You know about what happened on the night of the 14th.
I know.
Yes.
I came to know.
Good.
If you are talking about what happened that amounted to a coup, I came to know.
Good. Did you know there was going to be a coup?
How would I?
You had no inkling?
Not at all.
Did you know, have you ever heard of what they call Operation No Mercy?
Never heard of it.
Show him Ali's book.
Ali's book, yes.
It's an exhibit already.
Yes.
The last paragraph at 211.
Last paragraph.
The last sentence, yes.
The 15th January 1966 coup was staged to preempt a Northern People's Congress-inspired coup, Operation No Mercy, designed to eliminate the critics of Prime Minister Sardauna Bello's administration.
Thank you. Thank you. You have never heard of this Operation No Mercy before?
I've never had.
You've never?
Never had.
You read Moffat?
Yes.
You did not see it there?
I did not.
You didn't read it?
My Lord, I'm sorry. My brain is not as retentive as yours.
I'm as old as
I did never make a first grade in any exam.
So I did it.
All right.
I did it.
So a book of 1,000,000 words is not fair.
I never made grade 1.
Truth also must be a fair statement.
All right then.
I never heard of it, and Ali was not even an officer as at that time, as far as I know.
Good.
If he had it, maybe the exercise never existed.
Let me go on. The commander, the person to command that Operation No Mercy was the man you went for a party in his house. Do you know?
I don't know.
Thank you.
Now you've listened to this. This is just to let you know that there are many distorted facts, many distorted histories, and you must understand that your oppressors are trying to shape a new definition of your history, and you must resist that. You must tell yourself the truth, and you must align with the truth. Forget about propaganda. Forget about your oppressors. Forget about those who seem to align with your oppressors. They want to change the whole narrative. You have seen how this man continues to flop, continues to lie, even in the witness box. That is what they do up till this moment, until tomorrow. You need to be wise. You need to open your eyes and act right. Thank you.